Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead with a tea break. Now, I'm pretty sure you're sick of my tea breaks by now, but I still have some footage from Algonquin Park, but there's really nothing to see. You know what we did? We didn't go like, let's go on vacation and do stuff. We went, let's run away to a remote park and relax. So pretty much, I mean, the fire pretty much burned all low all day. And we would sit by the fire and just talk and listen to music. We played Yahtzee at the picnic table, and you saw us. We roasted weenies. In reality, we relaxed. And although it took me some time to get used to the bed, even though it was comfortable, oh, so comfortable, firm and soft, all in one. It was beautiful. But it took me some time to get used to sleeping with Papa again, because as everybody knows, we have two separate beds because we need different firmness, and I rock, toss, and turn a lot. It disturbs his sleep. So we have two different beds in our bedroom. But it got, it was so quiet. And although I had a hard time, not necessarily sleeping, but getting used to all the sounds and stuff around me, but when I slept, man, whoa, it may have only been 3 hours or 4 hours, but I'm telling you, I was dead to the world. Now I know where that came from, because when I slept, I didn't hear a thing. I didn't hear the thunder and lightning, nothing. I was out there. But I mean, we didn't do a lot. We really didn't do a lot. We sat around the fire, listened to music, and made s'mores and cooked, and we just relaxed and spent time with each other and our dogs. Now the s'mores, yes, folks, it's the first time I have ever tried a s'mores, and it was so sweet and so rich. I'll probably never eat one again. But it was nice to try it. We had one each, right? I'd rather just have the graham crackers with a little bit of butter on them. We're not huge sweet eaters. But somebody, now I wrote this down. McCoy Boy 420 said that his nan or his grandmother or his mother, somebody, I think it was his grandmother, made what she called salted nut rolls. And I like the sound of these better, because you take 2 saltine crackers, smear them with peanut butter, and then put a hot marshmallow from the fire in between. Now, being as we use Kirkland peanut butter, which is unsweetened, and saltine crackers are unsweetened, but the marshmallow is uber sweet, that sounds more like my combination. So when we go to Beavermead Park, we're going to try that, and you'll see it on video for sure. The pool, everything's confirmed. It's coming on the 29th of June, and after Canada Day, which is July 1st, the guys will come in and install it. And then I called the municipal office, who called the fire chief, who then called me to come fill our pool once it's up, because once they put it up, they want water in it to hold the liner and stuff down. So he said, let us know as soon as you know when they're going to install it, and we'll be there as soon as we can to fill it. So that's awesome. I'm so excited about that, because I love swimming. And you know what? I'm usually swimming on the May 2-4 weekend. Okay? I haven't been swimming yet. And yesterday was the first day of summer. Yesterday, Nancy, God bless her heart, she dropped by after work. She's working up in this area. She does gardening, like gardening, landscaping, not huge landscaping like pathways and rocks and stuff so much as she'll come and she'll whippersnip everything. She'll cut the grass. She'll weed your garden, plant flowers for you, all that stuff. Plus she does cleaning. So she stopped by after work yesterday, and we had a lovely little visit. And then I said, hey, you want to help me with something? She said, sure. Not even realizing the poor girl just got off of work, okay? Like slogging 5 hours straight of nothing but pulling weeds and stumps and all that kind of fun stuff. But for the pig roast, because up by on the other side of the driveway where the new land is, there's no hydro over there yet. So I wanted a way of kind of lighting around the campground so that people know where the boundaries are and don't necessarily want to trip over stumps and stuff. I don't want it lit up like a soccer field. I just wanted people to have some guidelines about where things are. So I went online and I bought these. This is 200 LED lights with a solar charger. Now, it's supposed to charge all day, and it doesn't need necessarily, apparently, direct sunlight. But there's 200 of these things. It doesn't look like much, but I'll tell you something. This is the last set. I bought 4 of them. Now, please don't ask me where I bought them. I got them online. Look up solar-powered fairy lights or something like that. They weren't cheap, okay? They weren't cheap. They were, I think I paid $87 for like 4 sets. But Nancy and I went out to the, I'm going to call it the campground for now. We went out to the campground there, and these have, well, wait a second now. Oh, it has a power button. Well, look at that. Oh, well, they're all, that's a mode. And then a solid. What's it doing? Wow. Let me tell you something, folks. I didn't turn them on. I didn't even know there was a power button. Anyway, let me get to this. So I just sat this out in the sun for an hour, and you saw what it does. It's well lit. Let me see. Obviously, it's on kind of some kind of flasher mode or something along those lines, or solid, or that's solid. There's flashing, migraine time, and then there's alternate flashing. That's awesome. I never even knew that. And then there's the one side lights, and it'll probably fade. Yeah, it's fading. And as it fades, the other side lights up. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, they were worth the money. So anyway, I can't believe I didn't know there was a power button. So anyway, this has a little stand that you can, like a stake that you can put it in the ground. But what we did is we put the stake on the one tree, and I just wrapped the wire around the stake up against the tree so it could get more sunlight. And then we wound it up a tree, a maple tree, about that big around. And then we couldn't find the ladder. So Nancy gets up on the step ladder against a tree, and the step ladder's doing this. So I'm standing on the other side of the tree holding the step ladder and putting all my weight against it because she stood on the top of the step ladder to get it up high enough that we could sling it across to the next tree and come down. That girl's a monkey, I'm telling you. Everybody needs a Nancy in their life. So one of these sets did 2 trees. 2 trees, okay? And we did 3 of them. Then we did another 2 trees on another part what we did is, because there's going to be trailers and stuff, we didn't want them to be strung from tree to tree in case a trailer had to go under it. So we picked trees that were fairly close together. We went up and over and down. And then we did it to another one. And then up on that side of the driveway, there's 3 fence posts and some cow fencing. And so I went up the 3 fence posts. Well, I went up 1 fence post, like I put the charger in, went up 1 fence post, went along the fence wire, down and up the fence post, and along the fence wire to the end. So that's 3 sets done. I can't believe I didn't know there was an on-off button, because last night I was all excited. I waited till dark and I went and looked. I didn't see anything. And I thought, wow, maybe they didn't charge long enough. So I will probably go out and test them later and make sure they're working and then leave them off until we need them, right? I don't want them burning out before God only knows what's going to happen, right? So thank you so much, Nancy, for helping me with that. And I think that's, so what else is going on? I went out and checked my garden. It's going it's going nuts. I almost said ape crap. It's going beautifully. But I've got potatoes coming up out of the ground between my boxes. Now, last year, when Howie dug up the potatoes, I said, honey, you have to dig deep. They grow down. The plants grow up, but the roots go down, and the deeper the better. The deeper the bigger. So he said, oh, yeah, I got them all. I got them all. I said, you got to go down like 18 inches, 2 feet even, to make sure you got them all. Obviously, he didn't, because I not only have potatoes growing out of the walkway between my beds, I got them growing up out of my pepper beds and my tomato beds. Potatoes everywhere. So I can't decide whether I'll just work around the boxes and let those potatoes grow, but there's grass and everything. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But bonus bounty, right? Bonus bounty. So my pig roast t-shirts came, and I'm sending Renee Butler, who named the coach Dreamweaver Dreamcatcher. And like I said before, we're going to put Dreamweaver on the front and Dreamcatcher on the back, so that as we drive, we will be weaving our dreams, and the back end will be catching them so we don't lose any. I know it sounds silly and ridiculous, but you know what? We deserve it. We deserve it. I am not waiting until next year to go on another trip. So I am feeling, oh, and to the person who a couple of people recommended that we do a GoFundMe thing or a Fund Me page so that we can go to Florida in the spring. Folks, I'm not asking you to pay for my vacations. I'm not asking anybody to pay for my vacations. I'll do that myself. We'll get there. It'll just be in God's time, not our time. This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying it's supposed to rain all weekend, so I think I'll be getting some quilting done. Mwah! Take care. God bless.